So I was rearranging books on my bookshelf, and as usual, I was meditating on ideas popping in my mind. As it happens, you stumble upon a book you had there for years, but you never actually read. And something triggers your interest and you pick it up. And once you read it, you just somehow resonate with the content. It seems to be perfectly fitting your current situation. Has this ever happened to you? Let me know. Hey there, friend. Bogdan here, talking about books and us understanding them according to our own development or awareness level. The book that caught my attention this time is called Damn Good Advice for People with Talent by George Lois. I have it for several years now, but actually never touched it until now. The 15th advice totally resonated with my current status. Let me read it to you. Creativity is not created. It is there for us to find. It's an act of discovery. Sounds mystical perhaps, but after doing the requisite homework to understand the product, its competitors, etc., ideas in advertising are ignited by the sparks and sounds of an understanding of 7,000 years of the history of mankind. Plato defined idea, or eidos, as a mental image. I don't create that mental image in my head. I somehow see it in my mind's eye, floating by me, and I reach out and grab it. So if you're trying to achieve greatness in any creative industry, go out into the world and sail the ocean blue and live a life of discovery. I don't know about you, but I really like this idea. The creative process, the ideas, the inspiration is not something that you necessarily create in your mind, but it's something you open your mind towards. Things and ideas float around you, and when you're ready, you just go and grab them. When you are ready, when you made space for those ideas or things in your mind and in your life. Pretty powerful stuff, right? I immediately went one step further and associated this idea with what I was mentioning at the beginning of the video. Those books you have on your bookshelf for years and you just get to read them at the right time, when we are ready for the message, when the content of the book is in line with what's happening in our life. We read the book and we realize we totally resonate with it. And then my mind, of course, went on to another idea. This time a quote from Bob Proctor. He says something like, if you read a book the second time, you don't see something in it you didn't see before. You see something in yourself that wasn't there before. Now, this happened to me countless times. To read a book or a fragment or a chapter, the second, the third, the fourth time, and to understand it completely differently. I mean, the text is exactly the same, nothing changed, right? But your past experiences help you understand it from a new perspective. I like to think about it as awareness. You are more aware of what's happening around you, and you can connect more dots with the content of the book. And my line of thought did not stop there. It went on, and I was asking myself, when are things happening? Be it at our job, in our business, in our career, our family, etc. In most cases, things happen or fall into place when we are ready for them, when we create space for them, when we allow them to take shape in our lives, when we develop the skills necessary for them. My best example for this is my story with the essential oils I'm using. I always get this question from people. How did you start? How did you choose this brand? Why are you working with Young Living essential oils and not other companies? And so on and so forth. Well, long story short, looking back, I can say I didn't really choose the oils initially. It was more of like they chose me. It was one of those cases when you keep seeing signs, you keep bumping into the same thing over and over again in various places, apparently with no connection between them. The oils somehow seemed to be circling around me. And at some point I said, okay, let me give it a try. I got my premium starter kit, started playing with them, fell in love with them, and the rest is history. Many things in my life changed to the better when it comes to wellness, health, overall well-being. Now, I am associating that with what I was saying about the books. When you read a book the second, the third, the fourth time, and you resonate with it or with the content of the book in a different way, especially after each reading, it's mainly due to you having more awareness. So in the case of the oils, I simply became more aware when it comes to what they are and what they can do. So every time I was exposed to them, I was more and more aware. I became more aware about how important the quality of an oil is. And of course, I became aware of some of the research out there. And then things just fell in the right place. I made space for them in my life and I went there and grabbed them, just like grabbing that idea I was talking about earlier. Once again, I strongly believe that things happen when you actually make room for them in your life. When you have that awareness and that open mind to grab the creative ideas, or in some cases, as I said, to develop the skills you need for that project, for that job, for that business. Do not underestimate personal development. The more skilled you are, the easier it is to make things happen. Bottom line, have an open mind. Create space in your life for things to happen. One of my key struggles for a long time was that I was involved in too many different projects at the same time. I ended up not having enough white space for creating things, for grabbing those ideas, for inviting them in. This is also closely related to one of my previous videos in which I was talking about the power of focus and why I'm in my season of hustle right now. Create that space for new things to come into your life. Do your best in raising your awareness level. And also, let me know what was the last book you had for a while but just recently read it at the perfect time. Share the book in the comments below or share your questions or insights, and also feel free to subscribe for more videos like this one. Share the videos with your interested friends and hope to see you soon. Until next time, I am wishing you an awesome day. Go create that white space so you're ready when ideas and opportunities come your way. Bogdan, over and out. Going to read some more from the book. See you soon.